I knew when it was.
Blog Talk Radio.
It's Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Once again, it's time for the most intriguing talk radio on the internet today. This is Sasquatch Radio. Breaking news and information from around the world. Interviews with men and women investigating the mystery. The latest high-tech equipment. Cutting-edge research techniques. And amazing discoveries. Real-life people sharing real-life encounters. The director and founder of Sasquatch, Virginia. Here is your host, Billy Willard. Something is out there in the dark, watching, waiting. It's time to unleash the beast. This is Sasquatch Radio.
Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, April 19th. This is your host, Billy Willard, live in the field in Central Virginia. And welcome my co-host, who is still at home, I believe, in Long Island, New York, Mr. Mike Killen.
Yay, Billy. I am indeed still at home trying to work out the show issues here. I had little trouble getting logged in, but everything seems to be operating okay so far with the show. Of course, it wouldn't be a show without technical difficulties. Now I'm having a technical problem with my own phone here. It's stuck in speakerphone mode. I can't get it out of the speakerphone mode. So hopefully I sound okay, and hopefully the speaker on this phone is coming over well through the Blog Talk board. I'm going to ask our friends in chat, how do I sound tonight? Do I sound good? Is the audio good? Because I wasn't sure how great this speakerphone is, and I just can't get it. It's like the button is jammed in or something. It's stuck in this mode. I didn't want to hang up and lose the show.
Yeah, hopefully everybody can hear okay. I'm sure they'll let you know in the chat room. And, Mike, I assume you can hear me loud and clear, so I asked for everyone to let you know also in the chat room if they're having any problems hearing me. I'm using my cell phone in speakerphone mode. It just makes it a little easier out here. So just let me know what they say. Well,
they say I sound fine, and hopefully Billy will sound fine too. If you guys can hear Billy, okay. I hear you just fine, Billy. You're coming in loud and clear. So.
All right. Very good. Well,
we're okay. It's gonna be the all speakerphone show tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm glad everybody could make it to the show. We are out here live in the field. It's been interesting. It hasn't been anything phenomenal going on. However, we did just as soon as 5 minutes ago tried to do a little bit of call blasting and excited some of the neighbors, and they came over here to see what was going on. So they actually came over here to see how long we're going to be here. They're pretty interested in what's going on. I tell you what, when we did the call blast that we just did a few minutes ago, that echo went on for quite some time. So we probably about a minute after we'd done that, one of our field investigators, Gary Kendrick with Sasquatch, Virginia, radioed back and let us know that all the squirrels went into distress mode.
They didn't like your call blast too much, huh?
No, they said they didn't like it too much. But we have heard, we've had some barred owl, activity out here and stuff, the typical stuff that we have in Virginia. But we did think that we heard like one single knock earlier, but we can't confirm that. None of us are really sure if that's what that was. But we've been trying to do some wood knocking and stuff tonight. Did a couple call blast events. So far, we haven't had anything. But of course, the night is still early, as everyone knows. Typically, all this activity usually occurs a little bit later. But we're hoping it may draw something in to see what's going on. So far today, well, yesterday, which was our first night here, we pretty much didn't, we just kind of wanted to camp and see what would happen. So we all kind of took it quiet and sat around the campfire and talked and told stories and laughed and, typical camping type stuff. And, really nothing went on last night at all. During the day today, we had some neighbors come out and meet with us. They took us over to their property across the road. We did some day hikes, searching the woods for some evidence. We did find a few interesting things. At one point, we'd found, Gary Kendrick actually had found what appeared to be an impression print in a pretty swampy area. We checked that out. Again, it's inconclusive, obviously, but very interesting to say the least. And we did find some interesting arrangements of sticks and that kind of thing, but for the most part, we didn't find anything completely conclusive. But anyway, we're having a good time out here. Everybody's having a great time. Gary Kendrick's actually the comedian in the group. He's got a little Native American in him. He's a Cherokee, and he can really joke around with the best of them. But anyway, I'll quit talking here for a moment and let Mike, you just let me know if there's any questions or anything coming across the chat.
I think we just have our first question here. Yeah, looks like, we just had a question here. Let me get this question from John, Tennessee, in the chat. John TN, he says, how many people are in your party total with all the groups involved? I guess, so far, obviously, more of us will be coming later in the week as the week goes on, but as of today, I guess.
Currently, we have 14 people here representing, 3 groups, I think. Let me think about that just a second. I'm going to try to name off the folks that we have here with us. Of course, myself, John Cartwright of Sasquatch, Washington, Virginia. We have Dave McCullough representing NESRA. We have Melissa Hovey and Wayne Larson representing the American Bigfoot Society. We also have Beast. We have Kelly, all the way up from Texas, who's also an American Bigfoot Society member. We have Brandon, who's a new member of Sasquatch Watch of Virginia. He's been a member now for about 3 months or so. We have Gary Kendrick, who is our Native American comedian from southwestern Virginia. We have Alita and Dave from down in the Suffolk, Virginia area, which is also kind of a south central Virginia area. Let's see, who else do we got? Did I miss anybody?
Now, Billy, is that the same Alita that I see in chat quite often?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, there you go. I thought I recognized that name.
Now, I hope I didn't leave anybody out because I didn't do it deliberately, but I'm just sitting here thinking about all the people we got here, and it's kind of hard because we've got everybody positioned right now in different areas on this, within this 2,000 acres. So we've got people pretty much everywhere. Tonight, once this radio show's over, I'm going to position myself in a tree stand at the edge of the woods, something I've always wanted to do night surveillance from a tree stand. So we'll do that a little later. As a matter of fact, Mike, we might cut the show short tonight if you don't mind. Just cut it, we'll cut it off at 10 o'clock if that's okay with you. just so that I can get myself positioned.
Sure, Bill.
As you know, it's right around 10 o'clock, and then the times between there and 2 that everything gets exciting.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, whenever you have to attend to other duties there, we'll cut the show.
All right, well, you just let me know. You keep me informed of the time because I'm not looking at any of that. So is there any other questions or call-ins? Or?
I did not see any other questions in the chat. Let me see. Let me go to the very bottom right now. Oh, okay. 2 more just popped it. The last 2 lines of chat here. Had to go all the way to the bottom. We have a question from Grasshopper and another one from John, Tennessee. Let me just check the phone lines quick. We have 3 callers online, but only one has the hand up. The other 2 don't, so I assume they're just listening, but I can check those. Let me grab these questions from chat quick, and then we'll check the phone lines.
All right.
First question here is from Grasshopper, and he says, question, any thermal cams there?
No. Unfortunately, our thermal cam fell through. We did have a fellow who was in agreement to give us a thermal that the American Bigfoot Society was going to line up, and unfortunately, those folks, I feel bad for them because apparently they left it on the back of their vehicle, and when they drove out of their site, they lost it off the back of their vehicle. I need to find out where that was at.
That is not. That is not cool with a piece of equipment like that. Damn.
No, not at all. It wasn't one of the real big ones though. It was a $6,000 unit, one of the handheld types. So it wasn't one of the real big FLIR units.
Still, wow. I mean, $6,000 is nothing to sneeze at. Let me tell you.
No, it's not.
Oh man. Okay. And we have one more question here from John, Tennessee, and then I'm going to get to the phone lines here. John, Tennessee says, do you think with so many, and he just says so many, ... I'm assuming, so many people, researchers, that might compromise your mission, having a sighting?
Well, we've got a huge area. We've got like 2,000 acres here to work with. I think it's always like looking for a needle in a haystack, especially with this kind of area. But as we all know, there's a lot more success in people who are just simply out camping, not looking for this thing. And it is when you just don't hear much success when you're out looking for it. So we're just hoping that someone will get lucky, have some luck and either see something, hear something, or whatever. Of course, the ultimate goal is to have a sighting and to be able to find a way to document it.
Yep. All right. That's all the questions I see in chat for now. Let's check the phone lines. I'm gonna go to this one first because this one's got the hand up. This is a Skype. I'm assuming this is probably Abe. He's got a question. We'll go to that first, and then I'll check the other 2 lines. They're probably just listening, but we'll check in.
Hey, Mike, just so you know, 757 is JC listening in, so you don't need to worry about that one.
Okay. All right. Well, there's another one. There's a 419 number, so I'll check in with them. But let's go to the Skype first. I'm thinking this is Abe. Let me pick the line up here. Let's see what happens. Skype caller, you're on the air. Is that you, Abe?
Yeah, you got it, buddy. How you guys doing, Billy, Mike?
All right. How are you, Abe?
Doing good. I'm thinking the 419 number might be Indy, to tell you the truth. Just a heads up there. Billy, have you guys set out any bait stations yet, or what are your intention as far as maybe setting out bait stations or trying to implement some of the suggestions that you've taken off your show last Monday?
Well, we have a base camp here that we're set up. That's where I'm at currently. But we've got people positioned in different locations. Now, we have taken some of the suggestions and started them. One of the suggestions was the aroma type foods and things. We've picked up a couple cans of salmon and tuna type cat foods and things like that, as well as some bacon grease. And we have placed those in areas near actually where I'm going to be going later. In the tree stand. So we've already implemented that. We do have a fox feeder out here that we've placed dog food in. That fox feeder, of course, in the past has had something pick it up and actually dump it out. We've got a trail camera situated there, but we've also got a couple of investigators up in that general location. So that's what we've done thus far with the suggestions. But we're going to be implementing more because, as y'all know, we still got until next 6 more days or whatever it is.
Now, is everybody spending the night at base camp, or are there different locations with different researchers in those locations?
Yeah, we actually have the majority of the folks are here at the base camp with the tents, but we do have a couple remote tents. We have Alita and Dave is in a remote camp on the opposite side of the pond up over the hill, which is actually not far from the duck kill area that we discussed last week. And then we have Toby and Tim with Squatch Inc. and American Bigfoot Society. We've got those guys positioned even further out, almost in the woods, at a location as well. So we've got 2 remote camps other than the base camp.
Are you guys running any audio devices all day long or all night long in hopes of recording some type of audio?
Well, y'all are getting ready to have a treat here. We're getting ready to do a call blast right now as we speak, so y'all listen up here. It is loud. Give me a countdown. Can you give me a countdown?
Want me to count down, Billy, or you mean somebody over there?
No, hold on just a second. That one gone? Oh, we shot another battery. That 500 watts drinks up a battery.
Oh, wow.
I tell you what, we did it a while ago though, and that echo went on for quite a long time. But we're gonna situate some more batteries in there. It drains a battery shooting out 500 watts of sound. So, but other than that, yeah, we do have some folks out there. Squatch Inc., of course, Toby and Tim and them guys constantly have audio recording equipment going on. I saw Tim. Tim's actually got a Zoom H2 attached to him walking around. And so, yeah, them guys are audio recording. We've got some, of course, I've got a parabolic that I'll be using later when I get situated and all. So, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going on out here.
In the event that you guys do find, say, a print worth casting, what type of casting materials did you guys bring along, out of curiosity?
Well, I personally have some plaster of Paris on my truck. Kelly, I believe, had brought some stuff. What did you bring, Kelly? All right, because Kelly's got some plaster of Paris. Did anybody else bring anything? Okay. What do you have, plaster of Paris? We got some Ultra Cal here. There you go, Pete. This is Pete Wilson. Say hello, Pete. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Going good, Pete.
And I'll kind of walk around here and let everybody say hello. Say hello there, JC.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, your mouth's now full of Oreos.
Here's Dave McCullough. How you doing?
Hey.
And over here we got Kelly.
Hi, y'all.
And we got Melissa Hovey.
Hello.
So that's everybody that's at base camp currently. Everybody else is out situated. So, and as soon as we get off the show, I'll be situated in a tree stand. And then we got the ladies that are actually going to walk some of the roads here tonight, the little dirt roads that's in here, and just kind of walk up and down the roads and see if that might spark any interest as well.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, hope you guys have some luck and get some successful stuff going on there. And you said you got 6 days left. I hope something turns up for you guys, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Abe.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. We're all in the same thing for the same reason. And it's been quite some time since any exciting things happened. So good luck, definitely, man. Keep it up, and that's all I got now for now, Mike. If you want to put me on mute or whatever, that's cool. It's your call.
All right, Abe. Sure. If you want to just hang in there, I can put you on mute if you like.
Oh, I have no problem hanging in there. If Billy don't mind, I don't mind.
Go right ahead.
All right. Well, you want to stay on the air? I can leave you unmuted.
That'd be cool too. Sure.
All right. So I'll leave you on the air. If I can mute you again, but then I don't know. I think the hand still stays up, so I won't necessarily know if you had another question. So I think once it's up, it's up. So.
I got that problem too.
All right. So I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you on live, and just
I'll mute myself then.
Yeah.
On this phone.
Just kind of, if you have something to add or input, absolutely jump in there. But if not, if you could just kind of try to keep it quiet on your end so we don't bleed over into the show. Okay. I see Henry May on the line here, 662. Got to be Henry. Let's pick Henry up. He's got the hand up.
Yep, that's me.
Henry, welcome to the
finally,
show.
I get on the air after Abe filibustered for like 10 minutes.
I'll show you filibustering.
I pick at him like that all the time.
Henry's like a big 40-year-old teddy bear brother.
Anyway, I was just wondering if you guys had used the baby sounds or gotten any if you've gotten any baby sounds or any children sounds. If you've been call blasting with them.
We do have some. We have not attempted those yet, but Pete does have a pretty good collection, and that is one of his collections. Is some baby sounds. So we may wait to attempt that on another night. We're trying to do different things on different nights. So right now we're just doing the wood knocking and the typical call blasting and seeing what we can get from that.
Oh wow. Yeah, and also, let's see, this is something that, I don't know if, have you guys ever thought about getting, like, putting several people in tree stands besides yourself, to, like, sectioning them in different positions, to maybe watch, to see if something might come from the ground?
We do have 3 tree stands out here that we have located. But we haven't done that yet. This will actually be the first night that anybody gets in a tree stand, which will be me. But we, depending on what kind of success we have, we may go ahead and do that because they're all pretty far from one another, so it would be good positions.
Yeah, y'all probably heard, about people who've been in tree stands. All of a sudden, something walks up to them, walks up to the tree stand. You've probably seen it on Monster Quest, things of that nature. Yeah,
I always see it as an advantage because you're
right.
The things that you're accomplishing is, number one, you're getting yourself up off the ground. So, you're getting your scent up off the ground. This creature's not used to seeing somebody up in a tree stand, particularly at night. Hunters typically up there during daylight hours so that they can see to shoot what they're shooting at. There's several advantages to being up in a tree stand late at night. Plus, you can hear better, hear further.
Oh, of course. My final question is regarding, are y'all using trail cams? Are y'all putting trail cams on trees?
Yes, we have several trail cameras out. I personally have 3 of them out. I know that Toby and Tim have several out. Pete has maybe 1 or 2 out. So, yeah, we got trail cameras pretty much all over the place.
Cool. Well, all right, and tell JC not to eat up all the Oreos.
I think he might have a bag in his hand. I hear something rattling.
All right, guys, y'all be careful out there.
All right, thanks, Henry.
Y'all take care.
All right, take care, Henry.
Bye.
Thanks for calling. All right.
Yep. Bye.
All right. There goes Henry. Okay. We have a couple of questions in chat. We also have another Skype caller with the hand up. Do you want to take the other caller, Billy, or you want to take a question or two from chat? I have like four or five questions here.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a question from chat.
All right. Not all these are grade A questions, I'll say, but you know, we if they get asked in chat, we do our best to ask them on the show. This is from our friend Creature Seeker. He wants to know, Creature Seeker, Bruce. He wants to know if there's any werewolf sightings out there. I guess he's a real he's a fan of the Land Between the Lakes thing.
Actually, you could consider Gary kind of looks like a werewolf. So, you know, I don't know if that counts or not.
He's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if Chocolate Pie was a victim, Bruce would fit the bill.
Yeah.
He'll bite right into a piece of chocolate pie.
Oh yeah, or a big juicy steak.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to beat him off a steak with a stick, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll do one more question, then we'll get to the other phone caller. Also from Bruce here, Creature Seeker. Not so much a question, but just kind of a comment earlier when you were talking about using the different, aromatic foods to lure a creature in there. You know, foods that have a strong aroma. You were mentioning cat food. And Bruce's comment says he has it on good authority that Squatches prefer Fancy Feast. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're putting out cat food there, Billy. I don't know if you have Fancy Feast on the menu for the expedition, but
nah, I think Pete bought Food Line brand.
All right. Let me go to the phone line now. Let me pick up this other Skype caller and see who this is and what their question is. All right. Skype caller, you are on the air.
My question is, why does he always have to bring up the chocolate pie? Why?
Because it's fun, and you might as well get used to it, because when you bring your hind in out here, you're going to get even more from Gary.
I'm bringing my own steak, I'll tell you that.
Hey, and Allison said to tell Bruce that she just fell in a hole and broke her leg.
What?
Are you okay?
I'm okay. No, it's just cold. Y'all probably ought to put something in there so somebody else doesn't use your place for that. Oh, yeah.
The property owner just showed up, Allison, and her granddaughter. Where's hey, Allison? What? Watch this. Hey, Allison. Allison, where's Tyke at?
He's here somewhere.
Oh, is he out here?
Yeah.
You got him out here?
He's not here. Yeah, you can just go in.
Okay.
Do we need to call the paramedics?
No, she's okay. She's okay.
I guess that tiger pit that they dug to Squatch, that wasn't a good idea.
No, I guess that's one experiment we can cross off the list.
I'm glad they decided not to put the punji sticks at the bottom of that pit. That could have been very tragic.
Yeah, it could have been pretty bad. Oh, man. All right.
So, Billy, can you describe? Supposedly Pete has quite a setup there. Can you describe what he's got there?
I'll tell you what, Pete's got the exceptional setup out here. Pete has a hand-built trailer attachment on his truck, and he's got just about everything you can think of. That thing even has a built-in microwave oven that's powered by some marine batteries. You know, we're trying to keep Melissa from making s'mores in it, but no, he's got quite a setup here. He's got just about everything you can think of on this trailer. It's very impressive. Everybody out here is trying to figure out a way to disable him and steal it. So
Billy,
It's very similar. If anybody's ever seen a teardrop trailer, I mean, it's kind of similar to that. Other than you can't stay in it. But I mean, it's got pieces that pull out and turn into a table. You know, microwave. It's got places where you can plug stuff up and charge it. Charge stuff. I mean, it's a heck of a setup. You wait until you see it, you'll be impressed.
Pretty cool. Billy, what's the weather like out there?
Right now, what did I say last time when I checked it? I think it was 50. It was the low's supposed to be 50 degrees tonight. Now last night it got cold. We had frost on the outside of the tents.
Wow. So
it got down into the 30s last night. But that was supposed to be our coldest night. Tonight's supposed to only get down to about 50. And then it's supposed to get better as the week goes on. So they have changed the forecast a little bit and said that we have like a 60% chance of some rain Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes.
Now, as far as I know, Billy, too, I was checking the forecast, weather.com. They're also calling for the same 60% chance of showers on Saturday, I believe. And I thought I saw something about possible isolated thunderstorms on Friday, too.
Oh, just great. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the only thing we've had up here, we've had some issues with some high winds, but hasn't caused any problems as far as pulling anything up out of the ground or anything. But we did have some high winds up here when we first set up, and then, of course, a little bit this morning. But right now, everything's really still and clear.
Billy, did JC sleep in that wind tunnel he calls a tent, or did he car squatch last night?
I'll let you answer that question, Bruce. I bet you get it right on your first try.
He car squatched, didn't he?
He did.
What a slacker.
He started the car up about 4 times to get some heat.
Oh, man, I don't look forward to seeing that tent again, I'll tell you that.
He needs to get himself some new gear there, huh? I mean, apparently this is a well-known issue with his tent.
Mike, JC's got the perfect tent for, like, Aruba.
Great ventilation, right? But only in the hot weather.
Let me tell you, Mike, if you ever wanted to, like, you know, camp out under the stars and actually see snow coming into your tent, JC's tent is a great tent to have.
Yeah, it's good for tent camping in the Caribbean, right? You know, where it's warm all.
Well, first of all, though, when you have people installing it that know how to set it up, you know, and follow the instructions, it actually looks pretty good.
Billy, what are you talking about? We followed the instructions.
Bruce, when you all installed that thing, it looked like a big bird ready to take flight. We got this thing fastened down tight. It looked really good.
Well, I'm telling you.
I had to crack on you.
I'm telling you, Billy. That thing was good to go. You know what was about to take off was Adam's tent. Remember, he had the tarpaulin over his tent because it wasn't waterproof, and then the wind was kicking up, and that tarpaulin was ripping all night. I was about 3 a.m. I was about ready to get up and liberate it with my knife.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you. Well, you'll be out here soon enough, Bruce, so we can pick on you.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
What's that, Bruce? You're looking forward to being picked on, or being there, or both?
I was being sarcastic. I'm not looking forward to being there at all.
Don't let him fool you.
Why don't we take some of these questions, Bill? We got quite a bit of questions now here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got like 7 questions here.
Go ahead.
And because you want to cut the show short, I know. And actually, you know what? Before we do that, that 419 number, the hand is up on that now. I'm just checking. That was on since the show started, but now the hand is up. Let me check that line, see who that is, what their question is, and then we're going to get to questions from the chat. Let me pick this up and see who this is here. There it goes. Area code 419. You're on the air. Who do we have here? Area code 419. You are on the air. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
We hear you.
God,
okay. Yeah, it's Indy. Just going to say something to Billy about, was giving Bruce a hard time about following the tent instructions. Well, from what I understand, John's tent's half screen, and we both know how Bruce is working with screens.
Indy, stop propagating that rumor.
It's not a rumor, pal. But anyway,
yeah, I guess he likes it when screen's exposed.
Yeah. Anyway, I just hope you guys have a good time out there, and everybody be careful, and tell JC not to go falling down no hills or anything.
All right.
Hey, Indy, drop by. There's a tiger pit I'd like to show you.
Oh, really? All right. Well, I just want you to lean over and look down at it first for me, and don't think nothing if I pat you on the back really hard that you can fall in.
Why would I lean down there? There's no chocolate pie.
Not yet.
Well, at least if people wanted to coax you into the tiger trap, Bruce, at least people know what to bait it with.
That's right. Oh, gosh. All right.
Don't let Indy fool you. He's actually a good guy. You wouldn't know it by listening to him.
Hey, you're ruining my rep, man.
All right. What do you got there, Mike, so we don't lose
some of these questions here. Indy, do you want to hang in there, or do you want me to mute you out?
Just do whatever you want to do, pal. It doesn't matter. I'll stay and listen or whatever.
Well, if you think you might have another question, or you think you might want to add something to the conversation, especially throwing any more barbs Bruce's way, we'll leave you on the air.
All right, that's fine.
Mike,
All
why
right.
do you have to say that? What do you have to egg people on like that for?
They don't really need egging on, JC. I just give them the opportunity to step in there.
Mike, you just called Bruce JC.
Why are they talking my name? I'm not in the conversation.
Yeah.
That was Mike.
Abe, we'll get some shrooms for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Okay, Billy, we got a question here from Irish guy. Speaking about JC, I don't know, maybe if JC's in hearing distance, maybe he wants to answer. This is from Irish guy. He wants to know, did you catch JC on the microphone peeing in the woods yet?
No, tell him we have a porta-john.
He says we got a porta-john. He don't have to do that.
All right. So there you go, Irish guy. He's they have a porta-john on site, so doesn't necessarily have to do that. But okay.
But on this expedition, it's no longer referred to as the porta-john. It's the porta JC.
John, Tennessee. This is a good question for you, Billy. I don't know if you know this.
You want to count down?
I don't know if you know this yet because this is only it's only your first night there. But John, Tennessee wants to know who snores the loudest in your group. But it's only been one night yet, so maybe you can't give a fair answer on that.
All right, guys, y'all getting ready to hear something. Here we go. Hold your eardrums.
What was that, a loon? That sounded like Irish singing at the campfire at Salt Fork last year.
Good thing Irish ain't coming.
We heard it pretty clear, Billy. At least I did. It sounded pretty good over the phone.
It did sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty clear. Oh, yeah. So no comment yet on that, Billy? I think it's only one night yet. You probably can't give a true, honest answer of who snores the loudest in the group.
Well, I don't know about that. Actually, everybody said that between me, Pete, and who else was it? Me, Pete, and somebody else. They said it sounded like we were serenading each other.
Well, last year at the conference, we shared, me and Robin and my stepson shared a cabin with Billy and John, and it was like dueling banjo snoring between Billy and John.
It was more like dueling bandsaws. What are you talking about?
Well, Toby has already suggested that it would be a great idea to put that on the sound blaster when I snore.
Well, we know of at least one case, Billy, where it seemed to attract a curious creature, right? So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's put that on the sound blaster and ruin squatching expeditions all over the eastern coast for everyone.
Oh man.
The next question here is from Squatch Widow, and we kind of talked about it already, but she was asking what is the weather forecast while you're there. I know earlier, like a few days ago when I checked the forecast, it was supposed to be like nice all week until maybe the Saturday or the Sunday, but now, like you said, I think they're talking about rain in the middle of the week.
Y'all later. Thanks for coming down, talk about. Are you all right, Elson?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all stick something in that hole because I don't want somebody else to step in that thing.
All right, sorry about that, Mike. Yeah, we got again, like right now, so it feels like it's getting down to about 50. So still, it's comfortable. The wind is still out here, so it's not causing any colder temperatures. So, but I think it's like I say, Wednesday to call for a little bit of rain, and then whatever you just said, Mike. I didn't look that far ahead, but
yeah. Well, I checked a few days ago, and the only rain I saw mentioned initially was the very end of the week. I forget if it was Friday or Saturday, and now it looks like they're calling for chance Wednesday as well. It looks like Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday chance, but who knows? Things can change. Things can change. Initially, a couple of days ago when I checked, it seemed like it was going to be downright hot down there. They were calling for like high temperatures of like 75 and 80 like for Friday and Saturday, but now they've changed that to like 70 and 67. I guess they assume it's going to be all overcast. So.
Wow.
Right.
Hey, Billy, there's the forecast for tonight is a low of 39 degrees. Looks like JC will be car squatching again.
I heard that.
He said he heard that.
Say, Billy, you mentioned that you guys got cameras up. I was wondering what type of cameras they are. Are they motion detection, infrared, motion infrared, and do you guys have anything like set in front of the cameras that could attract the curiosities of these creatures?
Yeah, we have the cameras we have. I only know what I have set up, and the ones that I have set up are the stealth cams that work off of both motion and heat. So whatever moves in front of it's got to have a little bit of body heat to it. And I have the one particular camera I have set up, like I say, is set up in front of the fox feeder. And of course we've got some dog food in that fox feeder. Now my understanding is Pete set up a trail camera. I didn't ask Pete what kind of trail camera he's got. What kind of trail camera did you put up, Pete? Moultrie D40 or something like that. He set up, and you put what up there, bait-wise?
Bacon grease and also some cat food.
Okay. So there you go.
As far as the call blasting goes, how long are you guys waiting in between, as far as time increments go before you do the next one?
Well, currently we've been waiting like about 15 minutes, but that's probably going to be the last one that we do for a while until I get positioned up in the tree stand and stuff like that. So we're going to hold off for a little while on that. We haven't gotten any response that we know of yet. No one's radioed into camp.
Hey, Billy, speaking of the call blasting activities, I got a question for you. Is it just one call blaster that you're using, or are you, do you have multiple blasters set up in different locations? Are you blasting always from the same spot, or is it in different spots?
No, currently we're call blasting from one location right here from base camp. I mean, we have access to a smaller portable call blaster that we could actually take into the woods, but we haven't done that yet. So right now we're just blasting right here from base camp.
All right, and a follow-up question for you. Being that you're blasting such a loud volume call, like you said, 500 watts or whatever, I'm sure that there's other people living within earshot of that thing, other neighbors that are, even if they're half a mile away, they're probably hearing it. Hopefully you guys, somebody there is documenting exactly when these call blasts are going out, because you guys might you might be responsible for some reports showing up on the internet if you guys if you don't document what time exactly you're broadcasting the sound. You might get some people thinking there's Squatch calls going on out there, real ones.
Yeah, like I say, we already had the neighbors. We had some neighbors drive over here from over here. They've got a couple. Well, one, two. We got 3 houses here within view on the opposite side of where we're working, and one of them came over here and said, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" Trying to see what's going on. I said, "Don't worry, that's just a recording." Yeah, well, hopefully the one neighbor that came by will tell the others what's going on, because what I'm saying is you could wind up with people, reporting activity that's actually you guys, is what I'm saying, and if you have the documentation to show exactly what times and what nights and days, whatever, that you did the blasting, if you see reports popping up on the internet anyway, you can refute them and say, "Oh no, that was us," Right, exactly. Well, like I say, we didn't do anything at all yesterday. We just started doing that today. So we're everything. We're going to write up a report, so we know what all's going on out here. So.
As far as the call blasting goes, has anybody gone, say, about a mile away just to see how far the sound would carry?
Well, we have right now. We currently have Tim and Toby. Is probably, I don't know. Yesterday, I know they were 2 miles away, but I think they're about 3/4. Yeah, I think they're about 3/4 of a mile away, and they can hear it. I mean, it's echoing. You can hear it echo for quite a few seconds after you do it. Good but yeah, they do hear it, and they're at least 3/4 of a mile away from us.
Good deal.
Hey, Billy. Let's try to get a few more of these questions in, because you wanted to end the show at 10, right? We're basically at 11 minutes till the end of the show here.
Okay.
So we got a couple of questions yet. This one was also kind of talked about as well, but we'll go over it again quickly. Sasquatch asked, is there any thermal equipment being used? I know we kind of already answered that. Currently, there's no thermal cameras or viewers being used, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, our thermal plans kind of went down the drain.
Okay. Ghost Rider Jim in chat wants to know, did anybody bring any wind chimes?
I'm looking around here, see if anybody's shaking their head yes. No, but you know what? There are stores within 20 minutes of us, so we could easily pick some of those up.
Yeah, and I'm going to be bringing some down with me when I come down. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Mike's also bringing the duvet covers, so we'll have a nice little homey tent there.
Tell the guys, if you guys do decide to actually, leave and go buy some wind chimes, just for the sake of having different types. Tell them, I guess, to just buy a standard chime, because I'm actually bringing a wood chime. It's all bamboo. It gives off a different different sound than the actual regular chime with the metal tubes. So we'll have 2 different chimes with different sounds to experiment with. I'll have the bamboo chimes with me when I come down.
You guys honestly aren't going to bring wind chimes, are you? You're not seriously going to bring wind chimes. Mike, you're not going to bring wind chimes, are you?
No, Bruce. I just said that, just to be facetious.
You know what? If I hear wind chimes, Mr. Machete might have to come out hiding.
Well, Bruce, I wouldn't put it close to camp. There's no point to doing that. It's got to be away from camp, so that it hears that and only that sound, and not everybody else talking and laughing and whatever else.
Well, they got like 40-mile-an-hour winds there. I mean, what's that going to sound like?
Well, it'll make a good amount of noise then, right? It'll attract something. I might put those chimes, when I come down, I might put my chimes, a mile away from camp or more. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, Mike, it's got to be better than the sound that's going to be coming out of the tent when Bruce is in there.
Yeah, I bet.
Was that Indy? Did he actually say that?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, he did.
That guy's. You got to get a life, Indy.
Hey, I know how you are after you've had Mexican food and stuff, man.
Ha ha. Funny.
We have a question here from Bill Green, Billy. Little different variation. This is not the quote unquote standard question here. So a little different here. Bill is asking, does the owners, I'm assuming property owners, have any photos or any possible evidence of
not the property owners, but there is a neighbor out here that does have an image off of a trail camera that is stuck on a computer that is no longer operational. We're currently working on finding a way to get to that image.
Hey, Billy, if you can get that hard drive out of the computer, I can get the image off of the hard drive.
All right.
I'm totally serious. If you can.
I hear you, and we've got Allison here. Allison's working on talking to them to get that accomplished.
And I'll give the hard drive back to them, but I have actually in my bag. I got all the tools we need to retrieve that.
Okay. Perfect. We'll line that up.
All right, cool.
Sasquatch from the chat is asking, have the owners had any experiences? And I know the answer to that, but I don't know if she's there. Billy, maybe you want to see if she'll come on the phone for a minute or something, if Allie's still there.
All right. She's talking to JC at the moment, but I'm sure she don't have a problem with that.
In other words, she's not doing anything important.
She's seen something that she just doesn't feel. And I just don't see her answer these questions unless she just.
All right, Allison, they're wanting you to go ahead and recount your sighting.
Hold it right there. I don't know which one he's holding talking in. Oh, I can hold it out here and talk. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
It was on May the 30th. It was about, I say sunset. The sun hadn't gone down, but it was not far, so far dusk, I guess would be the proper word, maybe a little bit lighter. We had what we call a junior fox hunt on this piece of property. We fox hunt, and once a year we host a hunt where the kids actually turn the dogs loose and do the hunting. And it was probably about 50 kids up here that day, and we turned loose, I think it was 142 foxhounds. The hunt ran until 11 o'clock, and at that point in time you start getting your dogs up, and usually, by dusk you have pretty much the majority of them up, and we still had a few that were out. We came in and we were at the back of our property. It was myself, my husband, my granddaughter. And on the way back out, we have a clearing, and there's a pond in the bottom, 2 fields on each side of the pond. And as he was coming down by the pond, we just kind of stopped to look to see if we could see any of the hounds. And I looked across the field and saw, and at this time, I'm going to say this thing because I had no idea what I was seeing. I told Billy I kind of I wear contacts, and I kind of blink my eyes, thinking maybe I needed to focus a little better. And at that point in time, my granddaughter caught sight, and I'm just kind of like, what the heck is that? My husband looks at it. At this point in time, we're sitting stationary. And this is basically walking across the field down towards the pond. There's not a doubt in my mind that it saw us, but didn't seem real concerned with the fact that it had seen us. It just kind of moved along at its own pace and didn't pick up speed or anything until the time that we, I told my husband, go see what, because at first he's like, well, maybe it's a bear. I'm like, well, go over there and see. Well, once he turned the truck and started moving towards it, it took off running. And it's just really hard to describe the way that this creature moved because, like I said, you're talking something that's 6 or 7 foot tall, and I can't estimate the weight, but a very, very large creature that you expect to not be real graceful, but it was almost like it was on ice skates. Very swiftly disappeared down into the wood line, and, that was it. And at the time, we still didn't have a clue what we'd seen, and after doing a little Googling and research, and, we kind of come to the conclusion that had to be what it was. And while we've had no more sightings here, we have had 2 instances of vocalizations, both times involved us being here. I told Billy, I think it's drawn to kids because every time we've had something occur, we've had kids up here. We were up here sleigh riding with some of the neighborhood kids and grandkids, and we had a vocalization on 2 of those occasions. And I told Billy that, to me, was probably just as exciting as seeing it because it's a sound that you've never heard, you'll never forget. It kind of made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. But like I say, I was just telling JC, we had a lady that came in here today that's heard about the fact that I've seen one. She just learned that today, and she was questioning me, tell me what it looked like. Does it dig in trash? Do you think it would knock on the side of a house? And it's leading me to believe that she's probably seen or heard something and just didn't feel comfortable coming forward with it until now she sees that there are other people in the area that maybe have seen it. And so I'm going to try to talk to her and see if I can, maybe get a little more information out of her about that too. But
Allison,
got any questions? I'll be glad to answer them.
Allison, I have a question for you. When you said that it was running, do you mean it was pumping its arms, running like a marathon runner, or was it just the gait that?
It's the fastest. It was running, but like I say, the term that I would use is more. It was gliding. I mean, it was almost like it was on ice skates. It was not what you would expect something of that size, to look like when it runs. It was just a smooth gliding type gait.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
More like a gliding type skier. More like a cross country skier per se than somebody running, right?
Right.
I've heard.
Well, I compared. I think my granddaughter that was with me, she probably made the best comparison. How'd she put it, Billy? As tall as a pro basketball player, but built like a pro football player, but doesn't run so heavy like that football player would run. It's just a graceful. Graceful is the best way I can describe it. It just was very swift and graceful.
And much more graceful than you would have thought for the size, right? Obviously, it was unusually graceful, right? I've heard people say that they couldn't believe that a creature that size could move in that way,
Right, and that's what I found shocking, is that it's just something you have to see. You just almost can't describe it to somebody until you've seen it. It's something that you can't really put into words.
Yeah. Now, from what I understand from Billy, some of the other adjacent property owners have also at least heard things. There's been stuff going on just in that area in general, correct? I mean, it's not just on one property there.
Right.
So,
and like I said, we had a property owner that got something off of a game camera. I have actually seen that picture myself. They had a hard copy passing it around, and kind of don't know what happened to it. She's still got it on her computer, but she's got a virus, and I think she's trying to get that virus worked up before she tries to get the picture up because she doesn't want to take a chance on losing it. But I actually saw the picture before that happened, and I can say the difference between what I saw in that picture and what I saw here, it was completely black. It was a definite cold black color. What was pictured on that cam is more of a the best way I can describe that is, I don't know if you've ever seen an animal. We've got horses, and a lot of times you got a dark horse, and they stay out in the sun a lot. They'll sun bleach. The hair will get like a red tint to it, and that's kind of what it looked like on that camera. Animal that was black but had a lot of reddy brown colors in it. That sun bleached out.
Don't worry about something.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us the info there, Allison. We had a question there that somebody had asked about the experiences. I know you've had several, both just audio as well as the sighting there. And as I said, I know some of the other property owners has heard things as well. So it's definitely stuff been going on there for a little while, right? This is going back a year or two now.
May
right?
30th. Yeah, May 30th. A year ago is when we had the sighting. And like I say, the vocalizations. I can't remember. You remember when I sent you those emails? But it's December, January. Yeah, back in January. It was snow on the ground. Like I said, we were here sleigh riding. So it's a good while in between the two.
Right. All right. Well, we appreciate you getting on the phone there and talking in person with us tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll put Billy back on.
All right. Thanks, Allie. Hey, I'll see you soon. I'll be down there towards the end of the week.
Yeah, if you hear wind chimes, you know it's Mike.
Oh boy!
I tell you, some people just can't. They can't, wrap their mind around thinking outside the box. I'm going to have a couple of unusual things with me, Bruce, and hey, you may shake your head, but let me tell you, it's the unusual out of the box thing that may actually wind up working. What everybody's doing so far hasn't really done much of anything. So
yeah,
time for coming up with some other ideas.
That's true, Mike, but I don't think getting wall sconces and wind chimes is going to attract a Sasquatch.
Well, I never said anything about sconces, Bruce. That's more your thing, as in I'm not into the interior decorating, but.
Bruce is sitting there giving Mike all kinds of heck. It'll be Bruce in the tent that night going. It'll be the one that attracts him.
Well, Bruce,
y'all are crazy.
Bruce has just got to remember he's going to run into me down there, and I'm going to have both my bear spray and my machete. So.
And your hockey mask.
Oh man, what time is it, Mike?
It is 10. Let me see. I have 10:03 here.
All right. Well, so
if you want to wrap it up, we can do that because I know you said you wanted to get yourself into position there before it got too late after 10.
Go ahead. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Sorry we're going to cut it short, but we want to get out in the field and do some work out here. So tune in next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll give you all the conclusion and the results that we have out here. And we'll probably invite a couple guests that attended as well to the show, and we'll let them tell you all what kind of time they had out here. So. Mike, if you don't have anything else, I'll let you take us out of here.
Well, I just figured I'd mention we'll be also having another live show Friday night as well. Bob and I will be doing a live show, so we'll get to interview some of the folks that are down there. And being that I'll be down there, but he's going to be at his home, just like I'm at my home while you're down there. So we'll be able to do a live show Friday night as well and catch people up on some of the stuff that's going to be going on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday during the day. So folks can look forward to another live show from the expedition on Friday, and then, of course, we'll have the wrap-up, the after-expedition wrap-up on the Sasquatch Watch radio show the Monday following, immediately following.
Sounds good.
All right. So I will, with that, I will thank everybody for being on the show with us tonight. Allie, it was great to have her on the line, telling her experiences, and the usual cast of suspects here, Bruce and Indy and Abe. Thank you guys for hanging in there and giving your 2 cents. And I will play us on out of here with the song, Billy, and the best of luck to you guys down there on the expedition, and looking forward to joining you guys later in the week.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, night.
Good night. Squatch on.
All right. Good night, guys. Peace out.
A legend passed down through the generations. A myth to some, reality to others. Thousands claim to have encountered this creature from all around the world. Footprints discovered, unidentifiable hairs collected, unusual sounds recorded. Something is out there. Sasquatch Watch Radio. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Blog Talk Radio Network, interviewing the men and women researching this phenomenon, the latest news and information, research techniques, and cutting-edge technology. True terrifying encounters, as told by those who have experienced them. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Your host, Billy Willard of Sasquatch Watch of Virginia, brings you the most riveting discussions on the internet today. blogtalkradio.com/Sasquatch Watch Radio. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, Sasquatch Watch Radio. The truth is out there. Welcome to Sasquatch Watch Radio.